Hello, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Reports suggest 1000 XRP could make you 3.5 million. Okay, so I'm sure you guys are aware that recently there's been a release of a fair market valuation for XRP. And this was done by Jimmy Valley of Val Hill Capital. And the results were astonishing to say the least. So let's get into this. Now, I was going to go through the article, but I want to just do this in free flow because I'm going to have a lot to say in regards to this. And so I want to start off by saying two things here. Okay. First and foremost, I am an XRP holder. Okay. I love XRP. I completely believe in XRP. I believe XRP can make us life-changing wealth in the long term. I believe that. Okay. 2, everybody's got their entitlement to do a fair market valuation if they choose to. I'm not knocking the fact that they've done this. It's completely up to them. If that's what they wish to do, it's their right to do so if that's what they want to do. Okay. Now, when I started this channel, the whole reason why I made this channel is because I watched a lot of crypto content, specifically XRP as well. And I felt like a lot of information out there was misleading, to be honest. And I've actually been someone who was once misled when I first got into crypto, when I was very naive to the whole technology and to the space. And when I was first being shown what XRP was, I was shown certain things that to me was completely through the extreme. And so it took me to start looking into things on my own and doing my own personal research to get to where I am now, to feel comfortable to be able to give my research to people. And my whole thing here is when I do this channel, I'm thinking about you guys, because this is the problem, right? With things like these fair market valuations and some of the extreme numbers that get thrown out by some crypto YouTubers, etc., I feel like the problem with this is it could lead to you guys making real bad financial decisions based on this information. So when certain numbers are getting flung about, I feel like it gives people a level of hopium that is very dangerous, because it could really mess up your whole strategy. Now, whether you choose to listen to me or whether you want to listen to Jimmy Valley, that's completely up to you. I'm just going to give you an alternative side to this, because I want to know that when I'm giving out my content that I'm trying to help people. I want to know that I'm giving people the best of my ability of content to give them a more grounded approach to investing. And so that I'm giving you guys what I think is the best chance of you making money out of your investment. So with that being said, let's get into just what come out of this fair market valuation, okay? So I'm not going to get into the whole thing of it. I'm not going to read the whole thing out. Let's just get to just breaking it down very basically, okay? So right here, I've got a tweet that basically tells you what they're talking about from the valuation. And the end result is basically anywhere from $3,000 up to $500,000 should be the fair market value of XRP. Look, I'm just going to be completely real with you guys here. I just think that's outrageously false. And look, first things first, let's just really break down what these valuations are. These are people speculating on the environment and saying, okay, the price should be this much. It doesn't really hold any weight, okay? Yes, maybe they'll have done some levels of research to come to this kind of price, but there's so many factors that they can't really account for that could change the price. 2, they're doing it on research that they believe and factors of what they believe of XRP, which may not come true. For example, one of the things that I've heard Jimmy Valley say a lot, and Molly Elmore as well, because she's someone who's part of this, is all the money, insisting that all the money is going to be on XRP. I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys. I don't believe that's going to be the case. I don't believe all the money, quote unquote, is going to be on the XRP ledger. Now, how can I say that? Well, let me just say right now, I can tell you that I've seen properties being tokenized on Hedera, and I've seen properties being tokenized on Ethereum. So if they're already tokenized on 2 other networks, that straight away shows that not all the money can then be on the XRP ledger, right? Because those properties are already on 2 different networks. So when they're talking like this extreme, I just feel like they're really extreme with their beliefs. Like it doesn't seem like they're having any kind of level of reality in it. And they're making out like everybody is going to want to choose the XRP ledger. And look, I love XRP, so this is not me trying to knock XRP. As I say, I'm a holder. But the truth of the matter is there's going to be competition. Some people might want to choose Hedera over XRP. Some people, as much as it may seem surprising, they may want to choose Ethereum over XRP for whatever reason. Okay? So you've got to understand that it doesn't just automatically mean everybody's going to want to go over to XRP. There's going to be different things for different companies, which is going to make them want to choose which network is suitable for them. Right? And so when they're saying all the money, like everything's going to XRP, it just sounds so unrealistic. And, you know, they're basing it on factors. Okay, so just another thing to add into this, like, so when they're putting their factors as to how they can come to these kind of conclusions, they're saying, okay, so they're basing it on a economic growth of, let's just say, X% a year. So let's just say they're saying economic growth of 2% a year. Okay, what if another pandemic happened? And then they had to start giving out stimulus checks and stuff like that again. So the economic growth got stalled. What happens then? Do you see what I'm saying? Like that, they're basing it on factors that they can't even guarantee is going to happen. So I just look at these valuations and I think, first and foremost, like, what's the point? Because these valuations are not going to change anything. These are just literally people who are saying, hey, this is what we think of XRP. This is what we believe is going to happen with XRP. And this is where we believe the world is going and how the economy is going to grow. So these are all guesses that they're making. And then they're saying, well, based on all these factors of what we think, this is what we think the price should be. Okay. Like there's 3 or 4 different fair market valuations out there of XRP. So what makes this one the right one? It could be one of the other ones, right? So there's nothing to look at this and think, okay, oh great, XRP should be $5,000 or $100,000. Why? What makes their valuation more accurate than somebody else's who's done one? Right? So I look at these things and I just, for people who invest in, I don't want you to get too caught up in this. And because my concern is that you think, okay, let's look at this, right? They said a maximum of $500,000 XRP could be, right? Let's say you get caught up in that kind of hype. And so you think, okay, so once the Ripple and SEC lawsuit is over, or if I can just get, let's say, like just 100 XRP or 500 XRP, I could be absolutely swimming in wealth in a few years' time because they're saying it's going up to $500,000. So if I just get myself 500 XRP, I'll be amazing. I'll be wealthy beyond belief. Do you see what I mean? And it's going to lead to poor financial decisions. So look, let's put it like this. Let's just say even if it was going to potentially go to 500,000, why not get yourself a more grounded figure just in case that doesn't happen? Because if it does go to that kind of amount, well, hey, you've got even more wealth added onto you. But if it doesn't go to that amount, well, you're sitting there with 500 XRP, and maybe if you'd have looked at it differently and got a more grounded amount in your head of what it could reach, you'd have brought more XRP. And so if it does get to a certain number where it's like, okay, I'm at, let's just say, let's be a bit more reasonable. Is it $10 or $100? You could think, hey, I've got enough XRP here, well, this is still going to be great for me. Whereas if you've only bought 500 XRP, you may still get a lot of good profit out of it, but it may not be the profit that you was really aiming for because you were expecting a way higher figure, right? And so that's where I'm trying to just help you guys as investors, because I just think you should think way more realistic in terms of price. Don't really look at these kind of figures, because I just think you're going to have your head in the clouds, and I think you could miss out on some amazing opportunities with XRP, because I do believe it can make you life-changing wealth. I do believe that. I just don't think it can make you the kind of life-changing wealth that they're saying in these kind of valuations. I think these are just way too off the mark. And I just want to show you something. First and foremost, I'll say this. There's just a tweet here that I want to show you that I've got. And it says, I'm not going to say the whole thing because he swears, but I thought Value wanted to sell this document for $10. I guess there were no buyers. Okay. So it sounds first and foremost that you wanted to sell this, which is, you know, I'm not saying it's wrong if you want to sell something, if you've put your time and effort into it, but it's like, if you're trying to help the XRP community, why are you trying to make profit out of this? Because in all honesty, all this is just you guys punching a few calculations together based on random factors that may or may not come true, and then giving us a random figure that literally holds no weight whatsoever. It doesn't mean anything. I could sit here now and say to you, okay, so I believe in 3 years' time, this is where the economy is going to go. I believe this is what's going to happen with XRP and Ripple, and therefore I think it's going to be this price. Okay, cool. Okay, does that mean that's what's going to happen? No, that's just me giving you my version of my fair market valuation. Do you see what I mean? Like, it really holds no weight whatsoever, so it's kind of pointless, really. Now, I'm not knocking them, as I say. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. But the fact that they're saying that they wanted to sell it, I think is just a little bit telling to me. And yeah, I just wanted to add this other thing in here. So let's just go with what they were saying here. They were saying that the price could get up to between $3,000 to $500,000. Okay. So I just wanted to give you a quick example for you guys to understand what kind of money we're talking about here. So what I've done is just a quick example of what kind of money you'd be looking to get if you went by their thesis, right? So I've done here 5,000 XRP. Okay. I've done it that we brought it at 70 cents. Okay. I've put the selling crypto price. I didn't bother going overboard. I didn't do it at 500,000 because I thought, okay, let's just be reasonable. They've said between $3,000 and $500,000. I've not done it at $100,000. I've not done it at $400,000. I've actually been quite conservative here, and I've done it at $80,000. Okay. So if you had 5,000 XRP and you sold it at $80,000, this is what your profit would be: $399,996,500. That's at $80,000 for 5,000 XRP. Now let's imagine we was to put it at the absolute top end of 500,000. Can you imagine how much wealth you would have there? You would be the richest person on the planet from holding 5,000 XRP. There probably wouldn't even be enough liquidity in the world to supply the kind of wealth that you would hold. It's just not realistic. And you got to think that's just one person. I'm sure there's plenty of XRP holders out there who have 5,000 XRP. Now, that's not speaking for me or anyone else. I'm not giving out that kind of information, but I know there's definitely, because I've checked charts, so I know there's like percentages of people who hold, for example, 1,000 XRP and up, 10,000 XRP and up, 50,000 XRP and up, etc. So I know there's a certain percentage of people who hold at least 5,000 XRP. So the amount of people who would have this kind of wealth, like imagine you was looking at XRP as that price, and then you was trying to go to an exchange to go and sell. Do you think an exchange is going to have the liquidity to put that sell through? Do you think they'd actually be able to process that sale? It's just so unrealistic. And again, imagine it's not just one person. Imagine this is like, you know, even if you're talking like 50 people, 100 people, imagine them all trying to take out that kind of money. It's just not feasible. It's not. So, look, fair play to them for doing it if that's what they want to do with their time. But I've just got to tell you guys, I really don't think you should give this too much time, personally. That's my personal opinion. Whether you want to choose to listen to me or not, fine. But I just don't want you guys to make bad decisions based on this kind of information. Because if people are here thinking, okay, I'm not selling XRP until it gets to $10,000 or $1,000, etc., etc., you might really miss out on something. Because, for example, the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, it should be coming to an end soon. Let's say we do get a good resolution and it's positive for XRP holders, and we get a boost in price that goes up to, let's just say $3-4. For some people, that might still make great money for them. And there's people who might be holding XRP now who think, oh, that's great, but I know XRP is going to $10,000, so I'm not selling until it gets to that price. And you could end up missing out on that because you hold that coin and you're not willing to sell because you're waiting for that kind of price point. And so the price eventually deteriorates because everybody's sold who are happy to make some kind of profit with their XRP. And you would have sold had you have not believed in the kind of prices that you was being told. And then that price never comes. So you're sitting there on a coin and it's maybe getting to a certain prices that are still good, but because you've been hoping for this ridiculously high price, you're just not willing to sell. And you're just missing out. And that's the thing that concerns me. And this is why I'm doing this video. So look, I'm not doing this to like bash Jimmy Valley or Molly, but I'm just giving you my opinion, and I'm just letting you guys know to just be cautious with this, because I really don't want it to be the thing that messes up your opportunity here, because you really have got a real amazing opportunity with XRP. But if you put your head in the clouds and get way too high with this, then you may mess it up. So this would be my opinion, okay? Think of a way more grounded figure. Think of a way more grounded figure and aim for that. And then if really miracles do happen, it goes to this kind of price for whatever reason, well, hey, you know what? You've just made even more money than you could ever imagine on top of the money that you thought you was going to get, right? But if it doesn't happen, then you're prepared for it because you have more XRP. So you can look for the more realistic price point and go with that you'd originally planned for. That would be my opinion. Okay? So that's just my thoughts on this. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you think this is actually a really unrealistic type of valuation? Or do you disagree with me? Do you think they're actually really bang on and XRP will be going to those kind of prices? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'll be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.